Hello and welcome to my presentation on OpenAI. My name is Cheyenne and I'm excited to share this information with you. OpenAI is comprised of two different organizations, OpenAI Incorporated and OpenAI Global LLC. OpenAI Incorporated is a nonprofit research organization which was the founding sector of the company and remains the primary governing body of the two halves. The OpenAI Global LLC sector of the company only came into play a few years later once the company's board concluded that their research was too cost-intensive and they would require additional funds to continue their mission. OpenAI researches and maintains an artificial intelligence platform while aiming to break through to artificial general intelligence. The difference between AI and AGI is that AI is still imperfect, while AGI will be able to perform most of the functions or jobs, including decision-making abilities, that a human would. Essentially, it will be software that can think for itself. As I mentioned, OpenAI Incorporated began as a nonprofit organization only. It was founded in December of 2015 by a group consisting of scientists and researchers, with the CEO being Sam Altman. Other frequently mentioned founders include Greg Bachman, Peter Thiel, and Elon Musk. The company's founders had a cool $1 billion starter to begin their research. Their original goal was to provide AI tools for recreational use, like video games. Within the first few months, the company rolled out their premier open-source tool named OpenAI Gym. OpenAI Gym was a reinforced learning agent which would allow you to run a game based off of a Python program. The company then broadened their horizons to include general use AI instead of game-based software. OpenAI's mission is to build artificial general intelligence that is safe and benefits all of humanity. The mission of the company has influenced the structure of the organization. It has also played a role in the requirements to be on the company's board. OpenAI's altruistic mission is what ensured the nonprofit section remains the main body of the organization. The company's page touts that the nonprofit half completely controls all aspects of the for-profit half. The page also states that their investor profit is capped and that any extra capital gains would overflow into the nonprofit research for the benefit of humanity. The company's page also warns investors that investments put toward the nonprofit research sector are not profitable and should be considered more of a donation. The company also insists that the board remains independent, holding no monetary shares in the company to keep the mission to research and development of these tools for the benefit of society rather than to make a profit. An example of the board operating in such a way that does not affect the mission is when Elon Musk had to leave the company due to conflict of interest with the other companies under his control. The image below is a visual representation of the company structure as provided on their website. The first software that was released by OpenAI was OpenAI Gym in 2016. It was open source Python code that could be trained based off of examples alone. These included calculations as well as single player games like chess. Toward the end of 2016, they released the Universe platform. Universe allowed the software to literally interact with a GUI like a live person would, moving the mouse around to interact with different programs, even browsing the internet. It allowed for multiplayer type games to be played as well. Perhaps their most well-known technology so far, ChatGPT. I'm pretty sure that most people in this class have had some sort of interaction with the search engine in some way. I have personally used it to create PowerShell scripts that were rather accurate and as a learning tool to create quiz questions for me to practice answering. In an interview conducted in 2023, They discuss that researchers had to provide adversarial training to prevent misuse of the software. This protects the system from jailbreaking, which is when a user uses another chatbot to attack ChatGPT. This AI chatbot is said to actively learn through human interaction. It learns with reinforced learning from human feedback. The scope of ChatGPT is pretty extensive, but it is still not perfect. I really hope that in the future, especially with their endeavors to create AGI, there will remain a sense of responsibility to better humans and society. There is so much uncertainty and risk involved with such a technological advancement that it makes sense that it's met with both trepidation and excitement. There needs to be limitations and regulations in place to ensure that technology like this can remain ethical and responsibly used. At least for now, it seems like the OpenAI organization has the right motivation and respect for their goals to usher in a new era of technology. Here is the list of references that I used for my presentation. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned a couple of new things, and I will see you on the next presentation.